This is Aaron Savage with KTEM Radio. I'm joined today by Wes Teeters, owner of Wes's Burger Shack and More, which is really a downtown Temple landmark and was unfortunately devastated by a fire Saturday evening. I've got Wes here with me, and I'm just going to ask him some questions. So, where were you when you got the news about the fire, and what kind of went through your mind when you heard the news?
At the time, I was in San Marcos, New Braunfels. Me and my wife just kind of called a mini vacation, just getting away. We had just spent the day at Slitterbond, went to Buc-ee's, went to a couple other places. Just got in bed at the hotel, and my alarm company called and said that they had a break-in. And I've got it on my phone to where I can look. I said, well, let me look at it. I'll, determine if we need to call somebody. Well, about that time, I had a phone call from one of my fellow downtown neighbors from the Mood Ballroom. Told me, hey, the fire department's there about to break in your door. And I was like, what are you talking? I couldn't bring it up on my phone, the camera. So I was like, I thought I just didn't have service. And she explained to me, no, they just broke in your doors now. You have smoke coming out. And anyway, it was just real overwhelming.
So when you got there, what was sort of the scene? What was happening on the ground?
Well, we were 2.5 hours away. And the gentleman that was on scene, that was in charge of the scene, he was on the phone with me. I talked to Temple PD, and that's the hard part, is I did not know who to call, what to do. So I called Temple PD. I got that number memorized, and I called them, and they were very helpful in getting me connected to who I need to get connected to, and you could just feel the concern in them. And anyway, I ended up talking, and as we were driving back, they were able to give me a visual of what was going on. They didn't give me the visual I got when I got back, when I finally got here, and I think they did that mainly because they didn't want me. They knew I was so far away. I was able to call one of my kitchen managers and my sister and other friends, and I probably had 5-8 people come down there that worked for me, that were on scene and able to help me and tell me what was going on. And then when we got here, of course, I seen all of downtown was just blocked off and really surreal. And anyway, I had to park about 2 blocks away, couldn't get anywhere close. And one of the police officers, he recognized me, and he said, I told him that my wife was there, that she was in the car, and she was going to just we park closer, because she parked closer later. And of course, he said, of course. And I took off running. He offered me a ride down to the building. And of course, I didn't want to ride. I was just I could get there fast, I thought. Big guy like I am, I thought I could get there faster than he could drive me. But anyhow, got down there, was able to walk in, and I just can't describe what I seen.
You employ a lot of people at Wes's. How are the employees, the staff, taking this news?
Just about kind of how I have. It's not just that they work there. They might be an employee, but they're family. That's just the way we run our business. Everybody that walks in there, if it's your first time, we tell you welcome to the family, not just the people that work there. Just the people that come in. We actually have a meeting tonight I'm going to have a meeting with all my employees and kind of give them a update of what's going on, what we can do to make sure they get paid for their families, so that they don't have to worry. They don't have to have the worry that I have. There's a couple options there. I've had a couple other places call me and ask me, offer to employ them. Of course, it's my family. I want to do what's best for them. And I've actually got a meeting. I've got a meeting tonight with them, as I said, and we're going to go over some options. Unemployment's always an option. But I've actually gotten with a gentleman I went to school with, John Guthrie. He's the district manager over Subways, and he's actually offered to employ all my employees, not just some of them. He's offered to, any of them that have any kind of skills, he's offered to hire them and help out in any way that they can. And I couldn't ask for anything. That's cool.
Well, it seems that that's one bright spot in all of this is that you've received a lot of support, not just from other business owners, but from customers and people in the community. How would you describe some of the support you're getting from people?
Overwhelming would be the big word. Anybody that really knows me knows we don't come from a big family. We don't come from money. We worked real hard for what we've got and appreciate everything we got. And the support is just overwhelming. I mean, it's just, again, I'm blessed. I mean, I thank God the most. Nobody got hurt. It was pretty much contained to my building, minus the smoke, the smell of smoke downtown. The water damage and everything is in my building. Thank God it didn't go any further. And nobody. I told Thomas, the gentleman that was in charge of the scene, I told him, I said, man, my biggest concern is just don't let anybody get hurt.
So, if regulars of Wes or people in the community want to help out, is there a way that they can do that, or is there any avenue for helping you guys, maybe with cleanup or just anything?
Oh man, I've never dealt with anything like this. I really don't know where to start. Right now, I'm at a point to where I've talked to my insurance. I do have some insurance. It's gonna help. I don't know if it's enough. I have no clue. I mean, until I actually get the adjuster to come in and explain to me what's this and what's that. I mean, as far as I don't know, I don't know what to do yet. But I mean, I know I've had a lot of people offer, time. I mean, one of my Facebook posts, I want to say I've got 260 people responded offering help. And I know I'm going to need the help. I just I don't know when I can start. That's the biggest thing. I don't know when I can start.
A lot of times in life we get knocked down like this and we've got to come back stronger and better than we were. So what's sort of sustaining you? What would you say to people who are facing a situation like this or have something like this happen to them? Would you have any advice just from what you've experienced so far?
One thing I can say is trust in God, of course, because I truly believe there's a reason behind it. You may not always know it, but I mean, there's a silver lining to everything. And I'm just, again, thankful no one was hurt. And, I've just looking over some of the things going on in the world today. I mean, just look at my problem is so small compared to some other folks. I mean, that's the biggest thing is you have to look for the good in everything. And I can see good in this. I mean, I can rebuild and I can do everything like I want to do. This will be my third time starting over. I've started over when I first went into Heidenhammer. I started from scratch. When I got to Temple, I started from scratch. And I get to do it again.
Wes Teeters, owner of Wes's Burger Shack and More, thank you so much for joining me today.